Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome again for the second session of Sarajul Kabir program for Tajweed lessons from Sheikh Abdul Kabeer Haidari's International Quranic Association. As you watched the first video and you learned the beginning of Tilawah, what should we do, that we studied, we told you that we have Istaza and we have Basmala, and then we had the explanation of Tajweed for in word what does it mean, and in expression, in Tajweed expression and term what does it mean, I told you. Very shortly today, in this video, I'm going to explain you very shortly the 4 issues that Tajweed is consisting of them. The first one is the correct pronunciation of the letters. It means that we have to have concentration, we have to pay attention about the makharij al-huruf. It means that we should think about, we should concentrate about the real and correct position of the letters. For example, we say قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ 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 قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. It means that we should have concentration for the letters that were from which side of our mouth, which side of our tongue we can pronounce them. The second one is Sifat al-Huruf. It means that we will explain you for the next sessions. Follow us please for the watching of the explanations of Sifat al-Huruf. But briefly, we can tell that in Sifat al-Huruf, we will know that which letters are pronounced in Tafkhim and which letters are pronounced in Tarqiq. Or I can tell you which letters are pronounced strongly and which letters are pronounced weakly. Like Ra, like Ra, Ra, and like we have Sod, like we have Ta. These belong to the Sifat al-Huruf. And then we have Ahkam al-Huruf. It means the rules that we have based on some combinations in the letters. Like for example, we have the word in Holy Quran, Man Yahdi, but we recited according to Tajweed rules and according to Ahkam al-Huruf, we say May Yahdi. Here, this is Ahkam al-Huruf that based on combinations, we recited the same. And then last one is Waqf wal-Ibtida. As I told you, Waqf wal-Ibtida, it is also again, this combination is Arabic combination. Waqf means to stop somewhere on some word in Holy Quran, and Ibtida, it means to start from some ayahs of Holy Quran. For the today's session, Inshallah Rahman, we will study and I will explain you that what is Waqf wal-Ibtida and how many kinds of Waqf do we have in Holy Quran. As I told you before, the first of all meaning of Waqf. Waqf means to stop somewhere on some word of Holy Quran, and Ibtida, it means to start. Based on Tajweed books and based on ulama's speech, we have 3 types of Waqf in recitation of Holy Quran. As you see in the video, the first is Ibdal Waqf, the second one is Iskon Waqf, and the last one is not changing Waqf. It means Bidun Taghir. In Persian we have expression and term for that, Bidun Taghir. And in English we can say not changing Waqf. It means that while we are stopping on that word, there is not change brought on that word. So the first one is Ibdal Waqf. Ibdal is an Arabic term. It is an Arabic word. In English means to change something to other thing. It is Ibdal. But in recitation of Holy Quran, especially in Tajweed, it means to change a haraka or a symbol of a letter into another. Yeah, the first part of Ibdal Waqf talks about Tanween. When Tanween Nasb comes at the top of a letter, we change it to Alif. Like we have the example Sami'an, we change to Sami'a. Like we have Basiran, we change to Basira. Only the first part of Ibdal Waqf talks about changing Tanween Raf to Alif. The second one is Ta. When we have Ta at the end of a word, we change it to Ha. Like Rahmatan, we change it to Rahma. Ni'matan, we change it to Ni'ma. The second type of waqf in Holy Quran recitation is iskan. Iskan, as you see in the video, it is an Arabic word. In English, it means not having any haraka. It means that iskan, it means that it is in lack of fatha, in lack of kasra, and in lack of dhamma. That is called iskan. It means that we make sukun, some letter, when it has at the top fatha, when a letter has at the top fatha, when a letter has at the top when a letter has kasra or dhamma, or maybe tanween jar, or maybe tanween rafa, we change all these symbols to sukun. For example, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. It is written Alameen, but while we are stopping on this word, we say Alameen. Or maybe while we have the word Ahadun, Ahadun, at the top of dal, we have tanween rafa, but while we are stopping on this word, we say ahad, ahad. This is called iskan waqf. And the last part of, the last kind of waqf, it is called, in Persian we have bidun taghyir. In English we say not changing waqf. It means that we don't bring any change on them. Why? Because maybe they are finished by any alef, maybe they are finished by waw, maybe they are finished by ya, or maybe they are finished by a letter that it has a sukun at the top. For example, we have the example that you see in the video, kuwirat, kuwirat. Here, the last letter ta has a sukun at the top. While we are stopping, or while we are carrying on, or while we are joining this word with the next ayah, there is not any change. We don't bring any change, especially while we are stopping on this word. Kuwirat. And then example, we can tell, as you see in the video, qalu, qalu. While we are stopping on this word, it is finished by waw, and waw doesn't have any symbol at the top or maybe at the bottom, so we don't bring change. We don't bring any change on this word. Briefly, as a conclusion of this video, the second lesson of Abdul Kabeer program for the Tajweed lessons, we talked about types of waqf, and I told you that we have three types of waqf in recitation of Holy Quran. The first one was ibdal, that it was consisting of two issues. First, changing of tanween and nasb to alef, and then it was changing of ta to ha. It was the first type of waqf, ibdal waqf. And the next we have iskan. It means that while a letter has fatha, a letter has kasra, a letter has dhamma, or maybe a tanween jar, or maybe tanween raf, we change all them into sukun, we explained it to the examples. And the third types of the waqf, it was bidun taghyir, or in English, not changing waqf. It means that we don't bring any change at the while we are stopping on them. We have a practical lesson. You can watch the Surah Al-Adiyat, and it was our today's session and the Tajweed lessons. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. والعاديات ضبحا فالموريات قدحا فالمغيرات صبحا فأثرن به نقعا فوسطن به جمعا إن الإنسان لربه لكنود وإنه على ذلك لشهيد وإنه لحب الخير لشديد أفلا يعلم إذا بعثر ما في القبور وحصل ما في الصدور إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير.